And I'm Cesar, and together with my group mates, Renile, Binondo, Andales, Sabate, Kabila, and Pipito, we'll be explaining one of the most interesting concepts in fluid mechanics, which is the Pascal's principle. Have you ever wondered how a car lifts a heavy vehicle with just a small push? Or how a hydraulic brake works when you step on the pedal? Well, all of that happens because of the Pascal's principle, a law that shows that how pressure moves through fluids. Well, let's understand how it works and where we can see it in real life.
Pascal's principle was discovered by Blaise Pascal, a French scientist. He found out that when pressure is applied to a fluid that's confined in a closed space, the pressure is transmitted equally in all directions throughout that fluid. In simpler terms, when you push on a liquid in one spot, that same pressure spreads evenly everywhere inside.
Let's take a simple example. If I press the syringe filled with water, the water inside pushes out equally in all directions even at the tip. That's Pascal's principle in action. It shows that no matter where you apply the pressure, the force spreads through the entire fluid. This idea is the foundation of hydraulic tools we use every day.
We can explain this principle using the formula P equals F over A, which means pressure equals force divided by area. Pascal's principle states that this pressure remains the same everywhere in a confined fluid. So, if you apply a small force over a small area, it can produce a large force over a larger area, as long as the pressure is constant. That's how hydraulics multiply force efficiently.
Application 1. Hydraulic car lift. One of the best examples of Pascal's principle is the hydraulic car lift used in auto shops. When a mechanic presses on a small piston with a small force, the pressure is transmitted through the hydraulic fluid to a larger piston that lifts the car. Even though the input force is small, the output force becomes much larger because of the larger area on the lifting side.
Another common example is hydraulic brakes in vehicles. When you press the brake pedal, it pushes brake fluid through narrow tubes. The pressure spreads evenly and activates all the brakes on the wheel at the same time. That's why cars can stop smoothly and safely, thanks to Pascal's principle.
Pascal principle is also used in hydraulic presses, which are machines that can crush or shape metal using high pressure from fluids. From car lifts to brakes to factory machines, this principle plays a major role in modern technology. In summary, Pascal principle tells us that pressure applied to a confined fluid is transmitted equally in all directions. It's a simple concept, but it powers so many tools and systems we rely on our everyday lives.
And that concludes our presentation on Pascal's principle. We hope this helped you understand how this concept works and why is it important in our daily lives. Physics can become more fascinating when we start to see how these principles apply to real-world situations, from hydraulic machines, vehicles, and construction to simple tools we use every day. Thank you for your time and attention. We appreciate your interest. Hope you learned something new today.